fable or something.
Or a life experience, good. And ethics?
Ethics is how you use the morals that you learn from the story.
Yeah, okay, but I think we're missing something key here. What are we missing? Tracy.
Ethics are rules of conduct.
Tracy Flick. Tracy Flick. I'd seen a lot of ambitious students come and go over the years, but Tracy Flick, she was a special case.
Some people say I'm an overachiever, but I think they're just jealous. My mom always tells me I'm different, special. And if you look at all the things I've accomplished so far, I think you'd have to agree. Here I am as Hodel in Fiddler on the Roof. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil, you bring the groove. And here I am on KCHS, our student-run TV station. The littering must stop. Tracy Flick reporting. Wait, which means... But it was in the SGA, the Student Government Association, where I made my biggest mark. I never missed a single meeting, and I volunteered for every committee, as long as I could lead it. I agree with Ashley. I think we should rent the barrels ahead of time because what happened last time was a travesty. It was ridiculous, and I think it really reflected poorly on all of us.
Now Tracy Flick was poised to win the presidency of the student body. And so far, she was running unopposed.
Determined by a culture at a certain time in history.
Oh, there's one more thing about Tracy I think you should know.
Her pussy gets so wet, you can't believe it.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I don't want to know that.
A few months before the election, she'd gotten herself in a little trouble with my best friend, Dave Novotny.
Foxy!
Dave came to Carver the year after I did, and we hit it off right away. Dave was one of those guys who taught because they never wanted to leave high school in the first place. But basically, he was a good guy. Our wives became best friends too. And when Dave and Linda's son, Daryl, was born, they asked us to be his godparents.
You probably think the worst, that Mr. Novotny was taking horrible advantage of one of his students. But it wasn't like that at all. Our relationship was based on mutual respect and admiration. I mean, during my sophomore year in geometry, it was strictly professional between us. Nothing. It wasn't until junior year when we worked together on the yearbook that things got kind of serious. One night, he took us editors out to celebrate after a deadline. Eventually, Dave and I were left alone, and we got to talking. Not like teacher and student, but like two adults.
Tracy, I noticed that you don't seem to have any close friends at Carver. You seem to be kind of a loner.
No, I'm not. I'm just real busy.
Oh, no, I know it's not by choice. I just mean that, being the kind of person you are, it must be really difficult for you to find somebody you can talk to.
What do you mean? What kind of person am I?
Tracy, I've been watching you for going on 3 years now, and I think you are one of the most talented, hardworking, sensitive, attractive, brilliant students. Human beings I have ever met.
Thank you.
And I know that sometimes people like you have to pay a price for their greatness, and that price is loneliness. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems to me like you might need a friend.
Since I grew up without a dad, you might assume psychologically I was looking for a father figure. But that had nothing to do with it at all. It was just that Dave was so strong, and he made me feel so safe and protected. It was the first time somebody ever saw the real me. The me that nobody else knows.
Okay, here, get down. Get down.
Times a lady, and I love you. miss you once, twice, 3 times a lady, and I love you. I love you.
When I think back on my relationship with Mr. Novotny, what I miss most is our talks.
You did it in your house? In your own house?
Look, Jim, okay, I know it seems crazy, but Jim, what I'm trying to tell you is that Tracy and I are totally in love.
In love?
Yeah. It's serious. She inspires me in ways that Linda never has. She even wants to read my novel.
But you haven't written your novel.
That's the whole point. I've got the whole thing right here. I just need to get it out there. And Tracy wants me to write it so she can read it. It's beautiful.
Dave, I'm just saying this as your friend. What you're doing is really, really wrong, and you've got to stop. The line you've crossed it's immoral and it's illegal.
Jim, come on. I don't need a
about it.
lecture on ethics.
I'm not
okay?
talking about ethics. I'm talking about morals.
What's the difference?
I guess I don't have to tell you how this all turned out.
Tracy's mom, she doesn't understand.
No, I say she doesn't. Fact is, I have never seen a mother so upset. All right, I know what Tracy told her mother, what her mother told me. I need to hear this from you because I have a legal responsibility here. Let me ask you this. Did you cross the line with this girl?
I did. We're in love.
Your novel? Are you fucking kidding me?
Linda.
After Dave got fired, Linda kicked him out of the house and filed for divorce.
Linda.
He ended up moving back to Milwaukee to live with his parents.